Hi! Let me move my mirror out of the way. I feel like that can get really annoying. Anyway, hi! So today's video is going to be... What I'm doing, or what I have done, is I basically just kind of revisited like a bunch of makeup that I got maybe like a few months ago. It's kind of like drugstore makeup that I probably got like a few months ago. Some of them are kind of old. Actually, they're not. They're kind of they're fairly new makeup stuff. Like they're all from the drugstore or just like really affordable. And I'm basically just using all the stuff that I just bought like a few months ago and I probably never talked about. Like these are stuff where I've been like, oh, I'll let you know what I think of this, or I'll test this in another video, and it's like I never did that. So I'm basically just going to be revisiting like some old like not that old, but kind of recent like drugstore makeup products that I just think are so good, and I'm just going to be slapping them on my face and telling you why I love them. So yeah, I still don't know what I'm going to title this video, but that is my issue and not yours. So all you have to do is relax and enjoy the video. Okay, so we're having a more relaxed video than the last video. Like I'm not going to bother getting stressed today. We're not here to be stressed over makeup, okay? So I want to do this video just because I feel like I just buy makeup and then I'm like, oh, I'll use this again, and then I never do. So that's kind of the point of this video, is that I'm just going to be kind of going back to new-ish makeup, but just stuff that I haven't tried too much, but I know are really good. Some of the stuff I have been using quite a lot, to be fair. Like the foundation, it's two foundations that I've been mixing together. I've been using them a lot recently, just for like everyday and stuff. So yeah, that's basically the point of this video. I don't know what I'm gonna call this video. I have no idea. Like I know what it is in my head, I just don't know how to word it. I'm gonna prime my eyes. But yeah, it's just kind of using really good drugstore makeup. I have fluff in my hair. Can you... Hello? It's kind of like... I don't know, just watch. So obviously everything's going to be drugstore, so I'm going to be using the Shadow Lock Primer from e.l.f. for my eyelids. Also, I think I deserve an actual award right now because I did my eyebrows. I didn't just use my normal Patrick Tarte, and I thought, you know what, I need to actually like put some more effort into my eyebrows, because you know what, they're shockingly bad. Like yes, they're kind of full, but they're never neat. And even like with the Patrick Tarte, like the kind of like the soap brow kind of thing that I use, I feel like I just kind of throw that on and I don't really tame them that much. And you know what, if you have thick bushy eyebrows like I do, you need to tame them a little bit. So I actually filled them in with the NYX Micro Brow Pencil, and then I went over with the e.l.f. and Jen Atkin Clear Brow Gel. You can use this in your hair as well. So that's the eyebrow combination that we've got on, and it works and it's pretty good. So yes, we will be starting with the eyeshadow today, just because the palette that I'm using, I think some of the shades may have a little bit of fallout. It's not something that bothers me, but I just obviously will make sure that I do my eyes before I then do my face makeup. So I think it's just some of the shimmery shades. I'm not too sure. I can't fully remember. But the palette is this dude, which I was literally obsessed with probably like a month ago. It's the LA Girl Keep It Playful eyeshadow palette, and it's in the style Downplay. And this is what it looks like. It's basically just like a really good neutral and like smoky palette. Like it's got your mattes that you kind of need like for every day, and then you've got all these kind of like, I mean these are kind of everyday. Like if you want to use shimmers every day, those two are kind of good. You can see I've used those the most, and then I'm going to be playing with these today because I haven't used those, but this palette is so good. The formula is really good as well. You know the drill. I'm going to put my music back on. What was I listening to? I think I was listening to that song that I Will Survive. Gloria something. I can't remember her name. No, that one. Anyway, I'm not going to play anymore because then I'll get demonetized and we don't want that. So yeah, I'm gonna go play my music and you can just see what I create with this palette. But yeah, we're gonna keep it smoky and very silvery. Am I gonna look overly makeup for going out after, when I'm literally just going to buy food? Yes, but okay, I'm gonna shut up now. Oh my god, you know what I just realized? I didn't say grab your beverage. Sorry, I forgot, but I just have orange juice right now. Need to control my caffeine intake, so Okay, right, now we can do the eyes. Oh my god, this song has not just come on. So we've gone for a very dark smoky eye, which to be fair, I just wanted to play with like the darker colours. So originally I wasn't actually going to go this dark, like I was only going to use the shimmery black, which is that bottom middle one. I was actually only going to use that on like the outer like third of the eye, but I didn't realise that this one that I was going to put all over the lid, like on most of it, I didn't know that that was like it's kind of just like a topper, so it's like, obviously that's why I used it on top here, and you can see that as kind of like the glitter. It's like an eyeshadow topper basically, and it's just like silver glitter. So that didn't have enough pigment to literally just be a full-on eyeshadow. I didn't realise that because I haven't actually used that shade before. So yeah, looks like we've just gone very, very, very smoky, and I kind of don't want to go out in broad daylight like with this eye look on because it's very, very intense. I may wipe it off just to go out because it's just a bit too much. So mascara wise, I'm going to be using the e.l.f. Big Mood mascara. I've honestly been loving this so much. It's a really, really good mascara. I definitely prefer it to the other one that they came out with, which was that Lash It Loud. I do like that one, but I prefer this one because it just gives a lot more volume. That one for me, it is supposed to be a volumizing mascara as well, but I just find that that one just kind of lengthens a bit more. So yeah, I love this one. This is really good. Okay, also there wasn't actually that much fallout. I only got like a little bit from like the glitter. So that's good. So that's the eyes pretty much done. We'll just do the lower lash line afterwards. Let's go on to the face then, shall we? Okay, so for face primer, can you guess what drugstore primer I want to use? I'm not going to say what it is. And also, we got a nice glow from it as well. So for foundation, I'm going to be mixing the Barry M Fresh Face foundation. It's got Aronia berry in, don't know what that is. Vitamin C, that's good, that's for brightening your skin, and it's also got hyaluronic acid in as well. So that's the foundation that I'm going to be using, but I'm also going to mix, actually, I'm mainly using this one, I'm mixing this into this one. So we're adding a bit of this one into the Essence Pretty Natural Hydrating Foundation. This one's got hyaluronic acid and aloe vera in, so they're both very good for hydrating the skin, which is what I need. So pay no attention if you're my shade and you're like, oh, I want to try that. Pay no attention because these just aren't the right shades for me, but that's why I've been mixing them, because this one, the Essence one, is way too light for me, and the Barry M one is a bit too warm and a bit too deep for me. I've been mixing the two together, and I really like how they look on the skin. They wear really nicely as well. Let's keep it affordable. I'll use an e.l.f. foundation brush. This is the Buffing Ultimate Blending Brush. This is like a really, really good foundation brush, to be fair. It's probably the most similar to the It Cosmetics one that I've tried. It's still not the same, but you know. See how that is like literally like the perfect like match when I mix those two together? Perfect shade match. If only I actually picked the foundation in this right shade. So for concealer, again, I'm gonna do a little cocktail because I don't have the right shades. So I was gonna use the Essence Camouflage Matte Concealer. I do really like this. I've been using this for a long time, to be fair. I use this in Warm Toast. Yeah, that's gonna be a bit too warm. I'm gonna add a tiny bit of the other one that I've got as well. I'm gonna add the Catrice True Skin High Coverage Concealer. This is the waterproof one. It's got hyaluronic acid in as well. And this shade is Neutral Biscuit, but it's a bit too light, so I'm just gonna add a tiny bit. I also don't like using this concealer on its own just because it looks really dry on me, and I don't know why. I have used it a couple times on its own and it just dries. It looks a bit dry under my eyes. Okay, we're very full coverage now because of that concealer, but oh well. Okay, so for powder, I'm going to use the Catrice True Skin. This is the powder that goes with it. I can finally use this again because I closed it too tightly and it literally like sealed shut, so I had to get my dad to like open it for me. It like fully like closed. I shut it wrong. He then, being Virgo, gave me a lecture on how to close containers, so. So I'm just going to take the darker brown from the palette, and I'm just going to use the same brush that I used on it with the shade in the crease, and I'm just going to run it down in the lower lash line. For bronzer, oh, we should have done this before I powdered. I forgot. I thought I was using powdered products. Let's test if you can use these over powders. So for bronzer, I'm going to use the e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. So I don't think I've actually used this that much on my channel, but I've been using it a lot off camera, to be honest. And I've got the shade Tan Lines. Honestly, I do wish that they had a couple more shades, and I wish that some of them were a bit warmer. They do have like a good shade range, but I don't know. I feel like this one is just a bit too cool. Like, I'd want it to be a bit more bronzy, but the one, like, I think the shade up like definitely would have been too dark for me, so I feel like maybe they could have had like an in-between shade that would have been good. But I'm going to use my Real Techniques 200 brush. I think it's from that Everyday Essentials like kit, so I like using this one for it because this is more of like a contour kind of shade for me, so I feel like the shape's a bit better to kind of apply it. Like it's literally just like the blushes, like they blend out really easily and they last a long time as well. Like I've worn this just like without wearing like any powders on top or anything like that, and it's still chef's kiss material. So for blush, I'm gonna use a liquid blush, and I actually really like this. I didn't like it at the beginning just because I feel like the shade is a bit too cool toned for my skin. So I thought it kind of looked a bit muddy, but I actually really like it now. So it's the Revolution Pro, what are they called? The Blush and Lift. And this one is in the shade Bliss. It's a really nice colour. It's like a mauvey pink. It is quite cool tone, like I said, and that's why I kind of didn't like it at the beginning. But honestly, if you have like, I'd even say like, if you, even my skin tone, like if you're my skin tone, but if you're fair, this will be such a nice like nude on you. And I'm going to use my Fenty face brush to blend it out with. See what I mean? It's very light, but it just gives you like a tiny bit of a tint, and it's very glowy as well, like you can see. Then I'm gonna set my face, and then I actually picked out a highlight for today. I thought, you know what, we're doing this look. I knew the eye look was gonna be intense, so I did actually pick out a highlight to use today. So for setting spray, I'm gonna use the e.l.f. Stay All Night Microfine Setting Mist. I love the mist on this thing. It is very fine. It's just like, ooh, like, just, if you're like me and you're just very picky with your mists, this is a good one. I'm obsessed with this one, so. Okay, so I haven't actually picked out any lips, to be fair. I just need a lip liner actually, because I'm just going to use a clear gloss. It's in the shade Legendary. This looks very like literally my lip colour, but. So over top I'm going to be using the Essence Extreme Shine Volume Gloss. This is just the clear one. I think I mentioned this before, but like this, oh, did I mention it in like my top 3? Maybe it was like in my top 3 favourites video. This is the best clear gloss to like ever exist. It's basically a lip oil, but it's like a clear gloss. Like it's not sticky, it's basically a lip oil, okay? And it is so nice, like honestly. Just gives you like the nicest shine. I cannot dunk this back in looking like that. I have to wipe it off. Alright, I also did say that I was going to use highlight. So this, does Pixie count as Drugstore? This is something I'm never really sure about, because like people always include Pixie in like Drugstore videos, but like they're kind of expensive, like a little bit. But I'm going to use the Glowy Duo in Delicate Dew, and I think I'm just going to mix the two together. I'm going to add a tiny bit. Like, it's wet and it just looks really nice. It's very intense as well. Oh, I didn't put any necklaces on. Well, it's too late now, isn't it? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think of the eye look and any of these stuff that you've tried. If there's any new like drugstore, even not drugstore, just if there's any new makeup that you've been obsessed with, let me know, because I have placed a few orders, not gonna lie, so I probably will do a haul at some point. Like I'll probably try the stuff out and then film like a haul after. Anyway, let me know any new stuff that you've been trying that you're obsessed with, or just any things that you want me to try and test, or just any of the videos that you want me to do, let me know. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.